What's going on, guys? Welcome to this live video on my channel. I'm super excited. I'm going to be uploading a video a little bit later today that my wife just made after her workout, so you're going to want to be able to watch that video and watch that recording once I get it up. But this video is specifically in direct response to a question that was posted on my live YouTube video that I did Tuesday night about income, about how we built this business to the level that we did and the amount of time that we did, how much work and hard work was involved in that. So I let people know that I would answer your questions. So one of the questions on there was a little bit more profound question that I knew I hadn't gone specifically into detail on. So here is your answer. Constance Joy asked me, or mentioned, that she felt like she had been a coach for 3 years that had been a dud non-ranking coach. Now, first of all, I want you to understand, Constance, that you are an amazing coach. You're not a dud coach. So recognize that in yourself first and foremost. Now, her question was, I am willing to work 10, 12 hours a day on this business. She just went full time, and I want to go all in on this business, and I want to build a six-figure income. But I don't want it to take 6 years, and I can totally understand and relate with that. So she asked, how do I not get burnt out? And this can apply to any business that you're in. So my advice to you, if you want to build a significant income and you're willing to work 10, 12 hours, she's talking about that because I was getting a little bit of sleep, so you guys can get some back knowledge on this. I was working a 12-hour day job, watching my 3 little girls on my own at night while my wife was at work at nights, and then I would work on my business a solid 4 hours every single night. So with that being said, how did I not burn out doing that 7 days a week? And what I want you guys to understand, and what I want you to understand, is that you'll get burnt out if you're working in an area that is not your passion and something that you're not excited about. If you're doing routine, mundane things that you don't enjoy, you are going to burn out. So something that had a big influence on me was Chalene Johnson's Smart Success, because there's stressed success and there's smart success. So if you're hopping on this video, please feel free to like the video, comment with any questions that you have on this topic. But the thing is are you going to be stressed success, or are you going to have smart success? And I made a decision to have smart success. And what that means is, so many people try to identify what their weaknesses are and try to grow their weaknesses. So you need to identify what your strengths are, what are you truly passionate and excited about, and spend the majority of your efforts in expressing in the area of your gifts and in your area of your specific strengths. Okay? Now that's important. That's what's going to keep you alive and fueled in doing this business and doing your career and your job as a coach day after day after day after day, hour after hour, to achieve the goal that you specifically have. So how do I do this with excitement 6 years later? I can tell you my gift, I have discovered that my gift is the ability to encourage people through video, to speak and relate stories that inspire them to make changes in their lives. That's what I love doing. That's what I'm excited about. So I put the majority of my efforts into doing that. Okay? So you need to identify what it is that you are passionate about in your life, and specifically to this business, that you can develop and focus on and master that strength. Too many people are spending their time trying to master the things they're not good at, and they get burnt out because it's not fun, they're not very good at it, and unfortunately, if you're not very good at something and it's a weakness, you're never going to grow that into a strength. So you're going to spin your wheels wondering, like, why can't I get any traction? Because the truth is, you're not going to ever be great at something that's your weakness. So you need to identify what your strength is and develop and master that, because that's the gift that God gave you. And when you can use that talent and gift that God's given you and develop that, He's going to bless you even more in that area. So that's my advice to that. If you don't want to burn out, work in the areas of your strengths. Now, specifically with Team Beachbody Coaching, there are 4 vital behaviors. So you need to identify how your strengths can tie into the 4 vital behaviors and then work in that area. So one of the biggest so this is how I apply mine. So I can tell you how I apply my specific gift of being able to speak. And that wasn't always a true gift, but I understand that once I started to share what I was learning with people, that it impacted people. So I discovered that was my strength. And so you guys understand, at the beginning, I was afraid to talk on a camera. I was afraid to talk to somebody. But once I started talking one-on-one on the phone, I got invited on a team call. I was like, whoa, this is exciting to me. This is fun. And it fueled me, and I felt good doing it, so I discovered that was my strength. So you don't have to know what your strength was right now, but you've got to identify and discover what that is. So how does that relate to the 4 vital behaviors? Easy. So I'll identify that for myself, so you can look at your life and see how your gift identifies for you, and how you can tie it into the 4 vital behaviors. So for me, the first vital behavior is proof the products work. So I discovered that if I was proof the products work, and I made a little video about my workout and how I felt after my workout, I could use my gift of sharing on video and sharing with people my enthusiasm and excitement about that. So I do that after my workouts. You'll see I throw up a video and I talk. Okay. Number 2, the second vital behavior is that you do personal development. So here's what I do. Instead of just reading my personal development and taking it into my mind and whatnot, or writing notes, I speak about it. I talk about it. And guys, I don't always know what I'm going to talk about. I have an idea, but then I just talk through my feelings on video. I don't care if it turns out exactly what I wanted or perfect, because there is no perfection. So I just talk through what I'm learning in my personal development and see how it applies to me, see how it could apply to you, and I just speak about it. So that's another way that I share that. So number 3 is that you invite. So I have discovered that when I talk about on video about my personal development, about my workout, about my life, I can invite people and say, hey, have you ever felt like that? If you have, you should reach out to me. Talk to me about my next challenge group. Talk to me about how you could be a part of this team, and how this team and being a coach can help you pay off your car debt. How you could put all your efforts and time and energy into working on this business. You could pay off your medical school loan debt, or your law school debt, or your mortgage. And so I can talk to people about that and identify that, and I can invite people through my gift of being able to get on and talk about what I'm going through. So the 4th vital behavior is recognition. This is easy as well. I'm going to give you an example of this. I want to give out a shout to my coach, Alex. Alex has been consistent for the last 3 months. Like, he's been consistent for years. He's got one of the most phenomenal transformations I've seen with Beachbody. Check him out, Alex Waka. His results, it'll blow you away how ripped this dude is. But he has been recently working hard on his invites and asking questions and asking the right questions. And he's gotten 2 people into his challenge group this month, and he's working on getting that last person. He's going to hit Success Club this month. So shout out to Alex for all that hard work and consistency. We're recognizing you now for the result that you're seeing and getting these people into a challenge group with you. So guys, you guys can see there, that is how I can take the 4 vital behaviors and work in the area of my gifts and my strength. Now, your gift or your strength might be you're good at recipes, or you're good at sharing transformation photos, or you're good at organization, or you're good at training people and step-by-step things. So you need to really just identify what it is that your talent is, and then master that talent. And then here's where you take it to the next step. And this is for you, Constance, on your question, and for anybody that's watching this. It's important that you identify yours, because you're not going to burn out that way. But then what you need to understand, identify that everybody in your team is going to have different gifts and strengths. So you need to identify what their gifts and strengths are, put them to work in the area of their gifts and strength in your team. And then you're going to have the organized person. You're going to have the guy that knows how to preach. You're going to have the one that knows how to run groups well. You're going to have the one that knows how to recruit well. You're going to have the one that knows how to tell their story well. And you're going to get these people together, and you're going to identify them, have them work in that area of the strength in your team, and then they're going to be able, you don't have to have the perfect system and be perfect in everything, because that's impossible. But now you're going to have these people who are going to feel full of purpose and passion because they're working in their strength, and they're not going to burn out, and they're going to have a great time doing this because they love what they do. And then your team, as your organization and team grows, can look up to each of these leaders. If they need to grow a little bit and know how to run a group, then they can go to, for example, over to Karen and see what Karen's doing for coach sneak peek groups, and see what Karen's doing for cleaning groups, and they can learn from that coach and from that trainer, from that person on your team. So that's my advice to you. If you are working hard and you're putting a ton of hours in this and you don't want to burn out, find your area, your gift of your strength and your passion. Work in that area. As you bring people into your life and into your team, you're going to be able to help identify what their strengths are and put them to work in their strengths. So hope this helps you guys out. If it does, please share it with somebody, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not, and feel free to comment, ask questions, I'm here to help you guys. Love you guys. See you later.